Huh? You just checked your hair a few seconds ago.
I was wearing a beanie, you know.
It's nice. That means you're nice and relaxed.
I'm relaxed. I'm ready.
You feel good this week?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
We're getting very accustomed to seeing you in the headlining role. I think it's like 6 out of 7 for you. Going back to strike first.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Does it feel good that the UFC counts on you to be this big name at the top of the bill?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just take it as it comes, and I look to be on the top from here on out. You know, that's what my focus is just winning fights and staying at the top. So, I believe I deserve to be there, and that's where I've always thought of myself, and that's where I plan to stay.
You're obviously earning it with your performances too at this point.
Yeah, I've done well for myself, and I look to keep adding on to that. So that's my focus is always bettering myself and staying at the top, and putting on performances that nobody does.
Talk us through a guy like Lyoto, who's been kind of a puzzle for a lot of people, but there's a lot of people this week saying you're the exact type of fighter that can easily solve that puzzle. Do you feel like that's the case?
I do. I really believe I can go out there and shut him down in his game plan and corner him and make him fight my fight. Lyoto's dangerous if you allow him to fight his fight. It's not his fight. This is my fight. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to push the pace. I got a lot of different attacks he's going to have to worry about, and then he's going to worry about other aspects of my game outside of the stand-up realm. So.
Piggybacking on that, you were working on a lot of kicks in the cage just now.
Yeah.
As part of the Shogun game a little bit, maybe taking a lot of kicks. She seemed to have trouble with.
Shogun, Weidman, John Jones, all the guys that were able to implement that pressure and bullying him, and making him fear certain things. I mean, even Rampage had some success. You make him really fear something, it shuts down a lot of his game. So that's the thing, is making him fear my striking. A couple strikes I have, and hurting him, cutting angles. He's very good. If you let him control the pace, get his range, and so it's about pressure and keeping angles and keep him guessing.
Can you talk about the message in your shirt?
It's just a message that relates to life. Slay the dragon, overcome obstacles. That's what it is, and it just so happens to be, maybe a double reference.
Is there anybody that you fought recently that you can compare to him?
It's tough to say. Lyoto's so different than a lot of guys, but I'm sure everyone shares certain qualities. I mean, he's predominantly a stand-up guy. He's got good ground game, and he's got decent wrestling. A very upgraded version of Michael Bisping, maybe. I guess. I don't know. I see this fight could go very similar to Bisping. A little tougher, a little harder to find that opening, that kill shot. But I think I could hurt him on the feet, and I think I could finish him on the ground.
Obviously, there's a lot of talk about where you guys sit in the pecking order. That the winner of this fight, very well could be next in line. Is that how you see it?
Yeah. No, I think we're the best guys in the division, other than the champion, and this is my golden ticket. I got to go out there and perform and take my title shot.
Do you think you'd be more deserving of it than him at this point, since he just had a title fight in the last year or so? If he beats you, that'd be 2 in a row. If you beat him, that's 4 in a row. And obviously against one better guy after the other.
I think he had a great performance against Weidman. I think he did obviously better than anybody's done against Weidman. So he was coming back at the end of that fight, and he had a great performance. So I think we're both very deserving. Problem is, I'm going to go out there and show that I deserve more.
You should almost complete another distinct Bisping stand in that match. Are we going to see the same thing again?
No, I respect Lyoto's stand-up a bit more. I think he's definitely got some more weapons and things to worry about. I just have to gauge that. I'm very good at gauging the distance and controlling the ring with my footwork, and that's what you'll see. I'm gonna shut him down. I'm gonna come forward and have to be a little more precise. Probably add more pressure too at the same time. With Bisping, I wanted to be flawless. I knew I could go out there and probably hit him and finish him and not get hurt. I don't expect to be completely flawless in this fight, but I have to be cautious of what he has, because he has weapons. and so it's a matter of just staying off that fight line, keeping the angles, and then he limits him in many ways. So I'm going to use everything in this fight. I think I've grown since my last fight, and you'll see a lot more in this fight.
Wasn't a lot of the motivation for this big fight too, in terms of having a flawless performance? I think you didn't like the guy. The same can't necessarily be true with you and Lyoto, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I look to be flawless every time I go out there, and I really believe I can sometimes. And I believe I can go out there and look really good against Lyoto and take minimal damage. I understand that he's elusive and he's hard and he's tricky. So I plan on being a little tougher than it was obviously last time. I lost track a little bit where we were.
Was it more fun to beat up Michael Bisping because you guys kind of had a history of not liking each other, and this time that won't be the case?
I mean, I enjoyed shutting his mouth and setting the record straight 100%. That felt great. Lyoto's going to feel that much better, as a fighter, and overcoming him and conquering that obstacle is going to feel that much better, because I know he's an elevated level of competition. So that's it's definitely a different feeling. But I think even more, it's going to feel even better, to beat him, conquer that obstacle, and get my shot at gold.
Will we be seeing you on any dating shows again?
I'm not opposed if I have time. It created quite a stir. People are still talking about it. I think 75% of my whole press tour out here was Millionaire Matchmaker. So. If people can take it in good light, I think it was hilarious.
What you got Costa Filippo, who's a New Yorker, and you said you want Chris Weidman at MSG. What do you have against New York?
I got nothing against New York. I like Chris a lot. I just like the big stage, and of course, fighting for the title is my goal. And then fighting it at MSG would be amazing. I mean, to be the first fight at the stadium would be historical. And so I'm always I'd love to make history and get gold at the same time. Chris is a great guy. I got nothing against him. I like Chris a lot. We both want one thing. We all want to be the best. We all want the gold. So that's what it comes down to.
I mean, that's a very realistic possibility. You win Saturday, he wins next month. The show is being held here, booked here, if that all goes through.
What better matchup in MSG than an all-American battle? East Coast, West Coast, California, New York. I mean, it's hard to not see it as a perfect matchup. So I'd love it. I mean, let's do it. I mean, I just gotta do what my job Saturday night, so I'm focused on that.